Hey up, folks. I gotta be honest, I've really enjoyed the past week watching the whining of the defeated Democrats. It's just so nice. Um, if they remind me of anybody, they remind me of the people who voted to stay in the European Union, in the UK, back in 2016, and how we left them with their arses hanging out the window. They thought, this is in Britain, mind, that the result had to be illegitimate. It had to be Russian involvement in the process, that people had been duped by the media. The fact that the media was overwhelmingly supportive of the European Union didn't really enter their heads. It was the media had seduced us or duped us. And they really believed, stupid bastards, that if they could somehow prevent Brexit from happening, we would somehow just accept that, like good little boys. Well, it didn't happen. What happened was 2 years, 2017 to 2019, of utter chaos in Parliament, which was an embarrassment to everybody, and which culminated in a general election that saw Boris Johnson sweep to power on one promise, that was to get Brexit done, which, to be honest, he did. If only those idiots had been a bit more astute, they probably could have negotiated, certainly with Boris's predecessor, Theresa May. They could have uh, arranged for a much lighter Brexit that would have left the UK with good relations with Europe. But they didn't. They decided to play double or quits. They lost. And we ended up with the hard Brexit that we could only dream about. Something similar is going on in the USA, and for the same reason. The defeated are not willing to ask the simple question, why did we lose? It wasn't Russian involvement. It wasn't that we were seduced by the media. We just didn't want to be in the European Union. Most of us never did. And across the pond, something very similar is happening. Let's take Starr County in Texas. It's hard by the border with Mexico. It's 97% Hispanic. I imagine most people speak Spanish on a day-to-day basis. And for the first time ever, it voted for the Republicans. Go north to Nebraska. There's a large meat processing plant. Most of the people who work there are Hispanics. Many of them voted for Donald Trump. What's going on? Oh, it's misogyny. It's misogyny. They don't want a woman as president. Or they've been duped, or they've been seduced. You could write this story yourself. The Democrats have shown no interest in actually asking the people who historically voted for them why they no longer vote Republican, why they no longer vote Democrat, why they've switched to the Republicans. Just as the people we defeated in 2016 never seriously asked that question of us. Why did you vote to leave the European Union? It seems to me that this type of person is so convinced of their own correctness that they feel able to create a caricature in their own minds of what we, the people of, say, Stark County, or the people who voted for Brexit, what we are. And having created that caricature, that cartoon, that becomes reality for them, and they don't need to think anymore. What it means for them is that they're going to continue being defeated time and time again. And that isn't good. Well, it isn't good for them, but it isn't really good for democracy if one political wing so dominates the polity that the other doesn't get a look in. And the fault for that lies with the defeated from 2016 in Britain, and with the defeated of last week in the United States. I really do think these people need to book their bloody ideas up. Otherwise, it's going to be a long, cold 21st century for them. Think on, folks.